What's this? A new Ocarina of Time video? Why yes, this is indeed the Mississippi King welcoming y'all back to another episode of Let's Play Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we started on the Gerudo Training Grounds, and it was a bit embarrassing because I kept falling into bottomless pits. And in this episode, we're hopefully going to finish the Gerudo Training Grounds. In fact, with regards to finishing it, I actually intend to be completely done with the Ocarina of Time by the end of February. Who knows if I can actually pull it off. You know, I don't want it to take a full year. Well, actually, I don't want it to take 2 years, 2 full years, to finish my LP of Ocarina of Time. Unfortunately for us, like, the worst of the Gerudo Training Grounds is yet to come. It's pretty convoluted and confusing how you navigate this place. It's very easy to get lost. That's one thing that you really need to watch out for, because the Gerudo Training Grounds has all sorts of different pathways, and you can get all sorts of different keys. I believe, well, there are enough keys to get the treasure of the Gerudo Training Grounds. That's basically the goal, to, like, get the treasure, which I'm not spoiling, but we'll find out what it is, hopefully, in this video. You want to get that, however, you need a lot of keys in order to do that, and because of that, you need to use them wisely. However, I believe they do give you enough keys to beat the dungeon properly without having to rely on any of that. So that's nice. That's very good that they do that. And fortunately, they have enough keys that you can do it even if you misuse them, but I hope not to misuse them or anything like that, because that would be very bad. Screw this, I'm getting out of here. I was trying to, like, get the Scarecrow song to activate. However, it does not look like that's gonna happen. So I guess I need to play it while I'm up there. You see what I mean about this place being very confusing? You know, granted, I mean, I'm not the expert on this game. I'm no master. Certainly, that there are some things in this game that I absolutely suck at, but I'm still reasonably skillful, and, well, of course, even I end up getting tripped up by all of the confusing things about this place. It's actually kind of annoying. Hooray for an awkward cut like that. And you wanna know what's also awkward? My segue into the next thing I want to discuss. This game, well, since we're coming to the end of it, Also, I may as well just use a blue potion, because I'm running low on life. But anyway, this game has been kind of a roller coaster for me in my LP of it, because, like, well, so much has gone on. It's been simultaneously a mixture of dread and concern, and just a lot of things. I was often worried that I'd screw up. I mean, to some extent that hasn't really gone away, but I've learned a lot of things. It's taught me quite a bit. I mean, I'll save my full thoughts on the project for a later video, but suffice it to say, I think my craft has improved quite a bit since the beginning, and like, I just can't go back to the first videos in this playthrough, because it's just, I don't think they're very good. And don't tell me I didn't just misuse I didn't just misuse the keys, did I? I'm not misusing them, right? I get the feeling I actually am. Well, whatever. As I was saying, this has been kind of difficult for me to make at a number of points. Of course, there was the period in which I didn't make anything on this game, like, or release any videos, cause, you know, it's easy to feel like it's doesn't matter all that much, or that, like, it's, really difficult, and, you know, I'm not gonna say it's gotten easier. I mean, in a sense, maybe it has, but I'm not totally sure with it. With that, like, I'm sure that there are some things that have gotten easier. Indeed, I think I have become a much better editor as a result of my abilities in my LPs, because of, like, the amount of editing that has to go into it, because I want my videos to be as professional as possible. I don't just want to slap something together and just call it a day. I want to, like, actually put in some effort into it, because it's like, if I'm going to go through all of the effort to record it, to, like, voice it, and to record gameplay, and to, like, make sure that it doesn't get repetitive, I figure, like, I may as well just go all the way with it, and ensure that this stuff is of the highest quality I can make it. So, like, I'll do editing and include as much information as I can, and of course with my other LPs, as y'all can tell, I have taken to using info cards. Now, I'm not really going to start using info cards except for songs with this LP, because, like, you know, that's not how I started, and, you know, I just want to be consistent with that. I don't want people to, like, just suddenly see info cards show up when they haven't been appearing for the entirety of the LP. That's really the only reason I haven't started using them for this LP. That, and I'm not quite sure what I could put in. But for future LPs, I very much do intend to do that, including future Zelda LPs. Because, you know, I do want to ensure that my videos are as professional as they can be, and I do want them to be informative and whatnot. But mostly I'm just excited to be done with this, because, you know, it's taken me so long to just get around to the end of the game, and, you know, it's about time I actually get done with this, because I want to move on to other things as well. And it's kind of good to want to get done with this stuff, because, you know, it does get a little tiring after a while. But trust me when I say there are some interesting projects in the works. After I'm done with this, I can start moving on to other projects. Not necessarily Zelda related, although I am considering doing a blind LP of Breath of the Wild. I've pretty much decided that I am going to be doing that, which should be fun and interesting. But another subject I feel I should talk about again. I'm not the best with segues, but, you know, Ganondorf is an amazing villain, and, you know, I don't think that, like, it's ever really necessary to make a villain, like, sympathetic in order to be effective. I mean, I've got nothing against that style, unless it's just done for the sake of doing it, which is kind of annoying and lazy. But I think that he's very effective because, you know, he doesn't pull any punches. Of course, like, in the Wind Waker, I also don't mind that they made Ganondorf a more sympathetic and complex villain. But I also think that the thing that makes him so interesting is that he doesn't pull any punches. He is the king of evil, after all, and he doesn't back down from it. As for upcoming projects, I mean, I'm not going to be announcing anything in this video, but suffice it to say, they'll be interesting, you know? I want to build up anticipation and keep things suspenseful and whatnot. What I will say, though, is that I don't think I'll be playing any other Zelda games in the coming months. Like, I don't think I'll be, like, doing any Zelda projects shortly after this, because, you know, I don't want to risk getting burnt out, because it's like, that can happen if you go with a franchise enough times. You can start to feel worn out if you're not changing games often. It's why I'm kind of hesitant to do any more RPGs. I mean, besides, of course, like Final Fantasy and whatnot. But I want to keep things exciting and change things up, because it's like, after you've played a game a lot, there's only so much you can say about it, and it does get a bit old, I find. Okay, I'm back, and I found where the last key is. You see, right here, like, roughly where I'm at right now, look for it. There, you can actually hookshot to the fence and climb up here and find the key. Yeah, it's a bit obtuse, I know. It's annoying that, like, it's that hidden, but, well, that makes the last key, so I mean, it's time to just grab that treasure. The treasure of the mini-dungeon. And what is it? Well, I mean, of course I'm not just gonna say. I did say I was going to build a suspense for it. Also, the path I'm taking should give you a decent idea as to where I was. But, anyway, here we are! It's the treasure! And what could it possibly be? Who knows? It's actually... the ice arrow! And it's actually completely useless. It's not really that useful. I mean, maybe it can be, like, used to, like, freeze some enemies and do a few neat things, but it's kind of underutilized in this game. It has a much better utility in Majora's Mask, but I'll save that for when I actually get to that game. But, you know, that's right, I can't warp in here. Well, I guess this is the Mississippi King signing out, and in the next episode, we'll do some more things. So see y'all then, and, subscribe and like this video, I guess.